Hello everyone, this is Pico Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're going to talk about James Cameron and ask the question as to whether he is overrated and overhyped as a movie director. Now before anybody attacks me in the comments, when we say overrated, we don't say that something is bad, it's more asking the question as to whether something is truly as good as what it's hyped up to be. And in this sense, in terms of Cameron being overrated, I'm going to have to say that he is. Now of course, nobody could deny his massive success and achievements as a filmmaker. A lot of his movies have had a certain impact and reverence, and for sure, 80 to 90% of directors in the industry would love to have his career. But when it comes to being a truly great director, it's about making movies that not only are memorable, but also have a diversity in terms of telling different stories and versatility in terms of style and technique. There is also credit that should be given to making a substantial amount of movies, showing a certain consistency and frequency in terms of output. We look at directors who meet this criteria, whether it's the likes of Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola. These type of directors are considered by many film fans as the greatest filmmakers ever. And in this regard, Cameron falls short in terms of matching the same standard and criteria met by these overall filmmakers. There are also several underrated directors such as Brian De Palma, Oliver Stone, Edward Zwick, who also have a wider range of quality of work and output, who can also be considered to be greater than Cameron as a filmmaker. Now of course, Cameron's huge success gains him a lot of hype and favour amongst movie fans. Recently, Avatar: The Way of Water became the highest grossing movie of 2022, crossing over $1.5 billion worldwide. It was the sequel to the first film from 2009, which stands currently as the highest grossing movie ever with $2.9 billion worldwide. He had already broken his record previously with Titanic, which grossed $1.8 billion at the time of its release back in 1997. So surely all that success means he can't be overrated, right? Well, not necessarily, as huge commercial success doesn't mean a director is great. Martin Scorsese has never had a movie gross more than $400 million worldwide, yet he's still considered amongst the true greats. Michael Bay has had some hugely successful movies, but most movie fans would never regard him as amongst the true greats. So when we look at Cameron's output, which you can't deny is comparatively small when compared to other directors, the fact is, throughout his 40-year plus career, he's only directed 8 major movies, 9 if you count the smaller Piranha 2. Is that a substantial amount to be considered truly amongst the great directors? Now yes, quality over quantity of course, but again, more directors have put out higher quality output more frequently and more consistently. And when we look at the overall quality of Cameron's films, because of the small output, I'd say overall it's very mixed in terms of quality. The first Terminator movie from 1984 still remains his best work by some distance. Both its sequel, Terminator 2 Judgment Day in 1991 and Aliens in 1986, are both very exciting and action-packed entertainment. The Abyss had a very interesting concept, though it was slightly ponderous and overlong. True Lies from 1994 was a very fun, entertaining action spy comedy. But then we look at Titanic, which was very much an uninteresting and overbearingly long 3-hour romantic drama. And that probably goes the same for at least Avatar: The Way of the Water, which again was too indulgent in the underwater sequences, lacking a certain strong characterization and story. And we can very much lay the same accusation for the first film as well. And when we look at all of his movies, the majority of them have that big event blockbuster tone to them, very much driven by technology, effects and mostly science fiction. Most of the greatest directors mentioned have been able to traverse across different genres and still produce greatness. This brings up again the lack of versatility amongst Cameron's work. Would he be able to direct a great historical epic, a great gangster movie, a political drama, a western, a biopic, a romantic story? There's just not enough in his work to suggest that he could be as successful or as impactful within these other genres. Directors who are considered great in the current era, such as Christopher Nolan or Quentin Tarantino, also have much more of a versatility and frequency in their work. So when looking back on all of these reasons, in terms of the lack of output and the versatility, and also a mixed record in terms of overall quality, it's for all of these reasons which I believe that James Cameron, whilst mega successful, is overall an overhyped and overrated director. So those are my overall thoughts and feelings on James Cameron and whether he's truly deserving amongst the true greats of directors or whether he's truly overrated and overhyped. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you disagree with me, give me your reasons as to why you believe that James Cameron should be amongst the true greats of the era in terms of directing, and which of his movies do you believe stand out truly. Do you believe that The Terminator from 1984 is still his best movie, or do you think there are other films that stand out greater than that one? Also let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see me review other movies within James Cameron's filmography, then let me know and I'll see if I can provide reviews of those films as well. And if you have any other suggestions regarding any movies, television series, or any other issues within the entertainment industry that you'd like to see me cover, then also let me know in the comments and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on those topics within the future. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves and I will see you very, very soon.